Alright, what's on the Reddit? What's on the Reddit? What have you put? What have you put on the Reddit? What is it? What have you put? What have you put? Oh my god.
Unlock extra loot with the World's Event Pass. Every Event Pass purchase will add to the prize pool for World's.
Yo guys, I'm not an Airbnb host. Stop looking for a place to sleep after losing your house bet on Weibo.
What is this?
Fuck you, you disgusting pig. What the fuck? I got some of those DMs already for supporting EU. POV, El Yoya rates your... Yo, where's... It's bugged. Oh, there we go.
So, can you rate my Spanish?
Say hi to Glenn from work.
I will rate it 1 to 10.
I think I have a much better
Perro
plan.
Caedrel.
Switch to my plan from Verizon.
What did she say?
Glenn. Get my plan started.
So, can you rate my Spanish?
I will rate it 1 to 10, yeah.
Perro Caedrel.
Ferrocarril?
Was it good?
Ferrocarril?
8.
Okay, 8. I'll
It's a
take
solid
it.
8.
Thank you.
What is ferrocarril? What is that? What does that even mean? Train? Voting for JDG or Genji's undefeated teams is cringe and for pussies. 100% worth? What is this? Wait, did you get banned in chat? Wait, how many people got banned? It was written 20th of October 2018, G2 schooled RNG, 20th of October 2023, G2 schooled Weibo. Watching that game was like a roller coaster. I'm sorry for what happened and how it ended. I feel so invested in them, and I can't imagine how you feel from the bottom of my heart. I'm deeply sorry for your loss. Furthermore, let's fucking go Weibo. They'll come back stronger. You don't have to be sorry, bro. It's just... you don't have to be sorry. What is this? Weibozo. We're not hiding that. Pedro choosing the fraud over G2.
I am going to remind you in advance that I'm very sorry and I apologize for the inconvenience of me not giving a fuck!
True. True. Fraudrel. The emotional roller coaster of Caedrel, Weibo vs G2. I'm pretty sure he's gonna switch jersey mid-game Baron again. Wait, predicted! What the hell? Rat King before disaster. Gets ready to learn Chinese, buddy. No, that's it. That's me. I'm surprised no one's tweeted that at me, actually. I'm surprised no one tweeted that at me. I actually forgot about that meme. $100k rats. Damn, 99,656 viewers. Holy fucking shit. 99k rats came to flame me and call me a fraud and deport me from the country. Guys, nothing personal. We didn't hit 100k. Now! So close. Clip of Caedrel exposing himself. I can't watch Twitch clips. I'm in Korea. G2 supremacy. Man, you guys are going crazy on the Reddit. You guys are going crazy on the Reddit. What's the situation with your passport? Basically what happened was when I was transferring in Beijing, the only way for me to transfer is giving my passport to a security guy and him taking a picture of it and putting it in a WeChat group so I could get my boarding card. So apparently I'm fucked, but I don't know if I'm fucked. So, yeah, I've been taking L's left, right, and center. My passport is leaked in China somewhere. Weibo lost, and now all of Europe hates me. So I can't go to China or Europe. T1's probably going to kick me out for screaming too loud, so Korea's done. I might just have to live in, like, the Bahamas or something. Can't go to the US because everyone's got guns. South America could work. It's South America or the Bahamas, really. I don't really have a choice. Australia! I'll come to Australia. That's good. No, I can't go to Australia. They've got... Bro, Australia has ground support in fucking spiders and snakes. They've got navy with fucking sharks, octopies, whatever they're called. All that shit. Then they've got air support with the magpies or whatever they're called that attack you in the air. What do you mean, go to fucking Australia? It's open. It's open mid.
Well, no, we can get another best of 3 in this Swiss stage, and then we can get a best of 5.
You are reporting Caedrel for the current live stream. Fraudulent content.
Every MSI, a bunch of the LPL.
No, but all jokes aside, I mean, it is glaring, you know, and it must be extremely frustrating for BLG. We're gonna take a look at some images from that game as well, but JDG, they're just so sharp, right? And they especially know this opponent so very well.
I just love the draft here from JDG. I think a lot of kind of unique picks, bringing out Knight. You know, his pick I think really made a lot of sense. I think
have a
this is the
girlfriend?
first time we've actually seen the Callista
no.
really look good. The Renata, I am such a fan of ranged pairings with the Callista. I know the traditional pairings are more those melee pairings like Thresh in the past, the Nautilus, and things like that. But it's so much about having lane dominance, and they crush the 2v2, and the Renata really allows you to do that and play hyper aggressive with the bailout.
Exactly. We saw so many clutch bailouts because they are playing aggressive. They are playing forward, going for those dives. I mean, it started out with the Knight roaming bottom as well with the Vex.
How are you going to find the GF after this blunder?
Champion,
What do you mean, how am I going to find a girlfriend after this blunder?
and not be the one receiving a bunch of the ganks. And JDG, yes, I mean, there's so many times it's been gone over here versus BLG, but there must be a mental edge in addition to how good these players are.
And that's kind of the other side of it. We saw so many regional matchups, and we talked a lot in some of the earlier games. Well,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get denied at passport control when I come to EU.
Where you can have that mental block.
Discomfort,
exactly. You can play with a horribly discomfort on stage when you're playing against a team that always beats you. It's, as you say, it's that mental block. And we saw all of the regional matchups thus far have been going the way that they normally go in their own region, right? You know, Liquid maybe looked better in their first game than we saw.
You have
Energy,
proved yourself unloyal. No women will trust you. Yeah, that was a bit of force in CD.
Right? JDG, same thing here. So it's really been going to how you expect it to in each region.
Yeah, I think that's a great observation.
Is there any chance you'll be co-streaming the LEC regular season? I don't know what the situation with this LEC next year. I don't know if they're allowing co-streaming. If they do, then I would love to. But if they don't, then I guess I can't.
It was Ruler, so it was maybe to be expected. But, you know, this guy, he keeps on winning, and he's on the golden road as well, and just so hyper-focused as he has been.
Not after today.
Yeah, he's pretty good. His team is
also good.
Oh, God.
He gets an extra like star next to his golden road as well if they win, because they also won the Asian games.
True.
He's driving down the golden road in a Ferrari.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he gets for the Asian
He's got
games.
the extra rims on it. You know.
Do I really want to read all 420 comments on the tweet that I made? Do I really want to read them?
I like it. I love it.
also in that game, by the way.
I've already read some of the DMs. I don't know if I want to read the comments.
I'm trying to give credit to the junglers.
That's fine. That's fine, but they don't. Usually, they're not like underappreciated. Usually, right? Or do you think they still are?
Maybe I have a chip
They're
on my shoulder.
Overappreciated. Let's take away credit from these junglers.
Well,
Was that really the chat?
Don't nerf my roll too much.
Was that really the chat? Holy fuck.
Oh, I love it. Talking about
No playoffs.
talking about rolling and drawing, maybe.
We can keep scrolling. We can scroll until the game
And what
starts.
it looks like now, because we have all of our, except for one, all of our results, so we can see the possibilities. That 2-0 pool is insane.
So, yeah.
Smoke the pack, fraud alert.
Should we do some random number generators for the 2-0? So we'll
From
do it.
G2 jersey to Weibo jersey to clown
So I'm just
costume.
gonna random number generator.
This is the president of EU speaking. You have been banned from our borders.
Yeah. Alright, so first one I got is 1. So it'd be LNG against 4. So it'd be at LNG versus
Chicken
JDG,
dinner, go
and
sleep,
then we have
Caedrel.
G2 versus Genji.
I was so focused on the cheese, I forgot about the trap.
Ooh, that would be pretty juicy. Are we gonna go down the line?
The
and keep it going?
1-1 pool gets pretty crazy here.
Okay, that's a really good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, give me the double.
That's
and
a good
then
one.
see you. That would actually be so
And
much
then we
fun.
do another one of these.
I think
I'm going back to being that guy since they all seem to have forgotten. The shy on being.
always cheering to NA, so I always think it's so fun.
Or we could just mix Cloud9 Mad. Now we can't let Energy have a
Some of these are good ones.
We'll move them around, exactly.
Easy.
But I mean, there are some massively strong teams,
Oh.
and the strength of teams
Too
are
many
pretty disparate
L's.
in some of these pools.
Yo, what the fuck?
The 2-0 pool, everyone's just really good. The 1-1 pool, though, there is definitely, you are terrified of BLG. You're going to be terrified of Weibo.
Porque sí, porque saben que es una victoria importantísima para ellos.
Terrified of the loser of D+, as well as KT. And the
I got
shocking
you
part-
covered. I'm pretty.
I think scrolling Twitter replies is probably really dangerous.
But that is going to be, well, KT would move up into the 1-1, and then DK would be in 0-2, which is just crazy for BDS and TL.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I
Sorry,
don't wanna
brother.
be doomer at all, but
Check
like, even
Weibo
the
tweet.
2-0
What did they
pool
tweet?
looks- you got that 2-0
They just said
if you're
petition to
G2,
ban
right? If
Caedrel.
You're a very good performing team from the LEC, but you've got some impossible matchup, and then you drop down into even more impossible matchups where you got to beat everyone to win the thing. So
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. G2 has had some really
Check
close,
Shox's
really
Twitter. What is
exciting
Shox
games,
tweet?
But at the end of the day, they beat the 4 seed from LPL, the 4 seed from the LCK.
What is Shox tweet?
So now the
Fuck yes,
competition
is
gonna be
Caedrel
much
losing his
harder
shit?
for them.
Yeah, it's. I
between
lost
them
it.
and then the
It's
three
gone.
tournament favorites that most people have had. You know, LNG, most people had as that number 3 team, and then Genji and JDG, of course, are massive tournament favorites.
Yeah. We're about to get to the best part of this format, which are the best of series, where you're like, oh yeah, it is a privilege to be in the 2-0 group, but those are going to be hard to actually finish, and getting across the best of series finish line to actually escape.
yes, sir. Now let's move on into our last game of the day to see who.
I bet
ends
you.
up
Someone says
also,
check Forest
in,
Twitter.
the
I bet you
1-1
Forest
finish us
was
off in
betting
the
on
0-2
Weibo.
pool, and I think
I
that's
bet you
pretty
Forest bet on
grueling to
Weibo.
see if you're an LCK fan, but because we have DK.
Nice, I
up
bet BLG
versus
and
KT,
Elk buys his
and
stupid shitty
for
fucking
either of
Dirk to
these
build a
teams to
stupid
go down
shitty
to the
pissed
0-2
shit
pool, I
lethality
think
build.
is not something that anyone would have predicted.
Yeah, and we knew coming in there was definitely a big chance of like some of these
Weibo!
this sort of thing
Get
happening.
fucking dunked on. How do I delete the
honestly,
tweet? Dude, this
we were
fucking
talking- we had
Kaiser build is
Hoodie
so
on the
worthless.
desk,
What the absolute
earlier,
fuck is
in
going
the
on right
caster
now?
room, and he was
Okay, but
pretty
seriously, you have to
hard
play that game.
favored
Sure, he
for
just.
KT,
Yeah, he's tilted as
in
fuck.
this matchup, but I'm still rooting.
I think in the last 2
for
years,
my
I'm
boy
betting I've seen like
Canyon.
19
I
different
want
regions.
the
I've seen
KT
5 losses with
Showmaker,
Mountain Soul.
you know,
Glad to add
what you
Weibo
did.
to that
I
list.
want them to return to glory.
Yeah.
I'm
Yo.
hoping for it.
Well,
All right,
the
damn on
craziest
time.
thing is, I would say the team that most
Damn on
analysts
time.
I talked to
Thank
actually
you for
were
making
reporting as
these
their dark
worlds
horse
even more
favorite to win
entertaining
the
than it
whole
is.
tournament
Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying
was
it.
D+.
I'm glad you're enjoying it,
That
little bro.
was the team that people were all pointing
Man,
to
I
and
didn't
said,
eat in
well,
ages.
If it's not going to be the big 3, it's probably this team.
Change your
And
title? Oh, yeah.
everyone is assuming now you're going to be 0-2.
I kinda hope Damwon
one
wins this game.
away from being the first team out.
Yeah, it is.
I hope
crazy,
Damwon wins
and
this
it was
game.
so close also yesterday. If we take a look at maybe the Ocean Soul fight, which lost them the game, I think you have more context now that you saw G2 also play versus Weibo, right, in terms of that game. But regardless, it was super close. After, of course, a mishap.
Don't
at
pick me,
Baron
Alistar.
as well. So
Let's see the
what do you take
Kellum
away from
redemption
this
arc.
game?
I mean, I think that, you know, if you are... the
Let's see the
plus
Kellum
player,
redemption arc.
It's one of those things
Don't
where
root for
this was a
DK.
game that
I can't root for anyone anymore, can
A
I?
lot of their mistakes were actually earlier in
I
the
can't
game,
root for anyone.
They did get that Baron steal from G2 to be able to claw it back. But I think G2 just had a really good setups around the objective, snowballing the objective. The fact that it was Soul,
Check the
especially
Reddit.
Ocean Soul here against this poke comp, really kind of eliminated a lot of the options for D plus Gia. So I think you can kind of cope a little bit and say, hey, well,
You can
that
cope.
maybe took away a lot of
All right,
chances,
last
but
plugs.
the reality is
There's a
they can
Caedrel
be
Worlds
lot more
giveaway
clean,
going
a
on
lot
right
more
now. You can
consistent
win
around
an
their
Asia
setups
Games
that
jersey.
they
You
can't
can
afford
win
to
a
get behind,
PC.
because
You
if
can win the
G2
Korean
hadn't
Asia
had that
Games
throw,
team
this
jersey,
game wouldn't
ruler,
be
Zeus, all that
Yes,
shit. You can
yeah,
win
it wouldn't be
peripherals.
Ben with
All you have to do
no
is go to
reach like it was this
caedrelworldsgiveaway.com,
one.
or you can
And,
check the link in
you
the
know, he didn't
chat.
have Smite in that
It's
one,
very
but the
easy. All you
previous
have to do is like
Dragon
follow
fight,
something
they
and you
actually
you're
had,
entered.
you know,
Basically,
a
that's
shot
it.
at trying to
It's
stop
not a
that
cursed
guy stacking a
jersey.
little bit earlier,
It's not a
so-
cursed Pedro jersey, I
Yeah, they're up
promise.
versus, KT,
How did you even manage to get an
and
Asia Games
they go
jersey?
very well.
I paid
They had a match
600
versus
euros
BLG
to get them
yesterday
imported to
bring them into the
Berlin
World
by
Championship,
asking
which was
a chatter
insane.
in
And
Korea
actually, they
to
had
buy them
their
for me.
own very, very well, just not well
And
enough
send them.
against BLG, but I think that's
Was
to be forgiven.
expensive.
Yeah,
But I
this
wanted to
was
give them away
a
because I feel like they're really hard to get in
magnificent
Europe.
Match to witness live, and if it wasn't for some
And then there's the
heroic
Caedrel
plays
store as well.
from
If you want to check out
from
some
Elf,
merch
so, like,
from
the
Worlds
reaction
merch, there's
time
3
from Elf,
t-shirts that are
some of these
exclusive to Worlds
engages where
only,
they're coming out
and then
of the
some
brush
mugs. I
and
think a lot of
Lens
people
had
probably
a
gonna buy the
really good
fraud
look
mug
at
and
Elk is able to
tell me to go fuck
disengage not
myself.
only from him, but also
Valid,
from the
very
Zac
valid.
follow-up.
Very, very valid.
I just still look at the draft and I'm like, Talia Zac as a mid jungle.
Very, very valid.
Is
That's just caedrelstore.com. I can link it in the chat. Where's the BDS shirt? It's in the chat if you want to click it, or it's just caedrelstore.com. All right,
Yeah,
plugs done.
And I think, honestly, if it was any other top laner
Mario
in the
Kart
world
later.
that they're playing against
Mario
besides
Kart.
Ben, I think that
No, I'm
KT
going
win
to
this
bed
game.
to
I think
cry
that
my
there's
eyes out.
no one else here that could have played that game the way that he did. He was such a difference maker on the Cassante, finding so
I'm going
many
to bed to
Q3
cry my
flashes,
eyes out,
getting
call the
picks
embassy,
on key
get a new
members,
passport,
including
and
aiming
hopefully find a
in
flight
some
back
of
to
these
Europe.
fights and in some of these situations around mid lane that, you know, yes, they're going to be disappointed, and yes, there's going to be things to review. Maybe
Can you let us know when the G2 VOD is up? The G2 VOD is up on YouTube.
Still, you have to feel like that would have got you across the
The
finish
G2
line
VOD is
against
up.
almost everyone else loss in the event.
It's true. We did go back to see and check the tape where exactly it went wrong for KT. Let's take a look.
But I think more important than our rivalry, than the LPL versus LCK, I have to sit here and be impressed by KT because, again, it's been a while. You know, as you were saying, through playoffs, through what
Oh,
we've
they're putting
seen
all the
from
clips
KT,
of them
you know,
being
coming
excited
through
for
third
KT.
seed. We're getting that regular season power, and that's what impresses me the most. That's what gets me excited for the rest of Worlds, and at least the rest of their run, regardless of win or
Oh,
loss.
he said the E word.
Did we get it?
You notice how he naturally slipped it in?
Yeah.
He thinks he's so
slick.
He said the E word.
Caster hyping up KT.
Crazy.
It's match fixing.
Good job,
Yeah,
Hysterics.
Oh my God, don't go that far.
Building to the get excited.
I was just checking, but we are getting into the draft, so I'm going to kick it over to our casters and hope we get an entertaining finisher for this day 2.
Thank you so much, and Kobe
Naturally
and Azale. That
slipped
was
it in.
really, really good. And, you know, it was very natural from Hysterics. I have to give him some credit. Like, if you're going to curse that well, you got to be good at it. So he's got that going for him. We'll have to wait and see if it affects KT tonight because they're going up against DK, who have been struggling. And what are you expecting from this one, Wolf?
I mean, this is going to be a series where I think drafting matters so much. And I keep saying series
What is
because
this
we don't do
emote?
best of ones in our region, but it is a best of one series, okay, so to speak. And I mean, we've seen a lot of different priorities out of Korea. Once again,
What is this emote? Yo.
Canyon is going to be the target here. This is very common in the LCK because Canyon is the one who leads the charge. It's feast or famine with D plus Kia, whether Canyon gets early leads or not. He's lost the Lee
Fraud
Sin,
despair.
he's lost
There you
the
go.
Poppy, and we'll see what comes next here, the final ban for KT. Meanwhile, banning Rumble against Keen, something we were surprised about yesterday because Keen's Rumble wasn't
Kellen,
so great in LCK
don't
summer.
troll.
Perhaps
This is your
in
redemption
scrims
arc.
he's improved
You
it because
int
that's
here,
2
you're
times
subbed
in a
out.
row it's been taken away.
Yeah, and you see this Callista ban
Ooh,
coming out. Deft,
Nico.
another one of those guys
Now
we're
that
talking
might
about
be
Ruler in
Canyon
the
Nico.
past. You generally don't want to give the Callista over to these guys and aiming.
That also could be
we were
Kellen
looking at
Nico.
some stats actually, Wolf, and showing how aiming hasn't had
Okay,
the
well.
best run of
They
it
pick
with the
Azir
Callista.
over
They don't wanna
Orianna.
give
What?
That one over, but this does mean that the Azir is going to be first picked here for the side
Huh?
of DK.
The Azir going over to Showmaker, denying it from BDD, one of his most iconic champions. And it is taken away. The Talia, his other, taken away in the banning phase. And we'll see a priority here on the Xayah, it looks like here for aiming over his Kai'Sa that he's much more famed for. A pick he utilized during the AP Kai'Sa era and, of course, during the Shiv era as well. And Lehens, his Alistar, so incredibly strong. Even
Smart.
looking to hover
Xayah
here
Alistar is good.
over the Rakan. Because we've seen this utilized
They
even
can
by
beat
Kellen
Orianna on
himself
3.
on the other side against Azir shuffles.
How do you work against
Don't
this?
think that's necessarily why it's being picked up, but it has been utilized.
Maybe
by
Jarvan
T+,
is good here. Lee Sin and
ironically
Poppy
enough,
ban?
in that same scenario. They'll take it over the Rakan here. Let's see if Canyon's going to prioritize a jungle now with so much already taken away.
Yeah, I think some co-streamers out there might be happy that Kellen's not going to have a chance to jump onto the Alistar once again. But to be honest, you know,
Yeah.
that can happen. That kind of thing can happen. So I'm excited to see maybe Kellen can turn it around for
Jax.
this one and handle this Alistar maybe on the other side of the matchup. The Jax, very highly prioritized here for Kana, so they're going to get him onto that.
No Jarvan?
Interesting to see the Jax with this much priority, even over Renekton here.
Maybe
that
Sejuani is
has
better now.
been in the LCK paired more commonly with the Azir, but when you see the Jarvan come through,
Nice.
it all makes sense. You've got a nice setup here in terms
Good
of
pick.
combos. Engage is good, Peel is good, and BDD
It's a good pick because they have
is
to pick
gonna go
Orianna on
back
3.
to An older favorite of his, the
And Lee Sin
Orianna.
Poppy's banned.
The Orianna
Turbo pick.
Syndra meta back in 2021. He opted into the
Turbo
Syndra
pick.
most of the time. We'll be going for the Orianna, the more winning champion in this tournament this time around. So we do have things starting to kind of settle in terms of priority here. D+ can try to target Keen a little bit to protect this Jax priority, of course. And on the other side of things, 80 carries could be taken away from Deft. Deft loves to play prio picks, the Callista, the Caitlyn, Draven. Any pick that gets him prio and allows him to push the lane has
Lucian
been
in the past.
Lucian, Nami. That's exactly Deft's MO. So I really like this angle here from KT Rolster.
And we're going to have Cassante banned. I know a lot of you out there are very sad about that. There's no Cassante in this game, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty good. I think you want to take that one off the board in terms of like a blind pick you could get and then maybe save the last pick for Cuz. He is a guy that can
That's a
pick some of
Showmaker ban
those
right there.
wonky characters in the jungle. We saw the Zac already.
That's a Showmaker
Let's see
ban.
what this next ban against Deft is going to be. At least that's what we're expecting. No, this is going to be the
Caitlyn-
Renata, and you talked about this before. Kellen, a great Renata player, and they're going to take that one away from him.
Yeah, Renata, fantastic for Kellen.
Wait, did
Also
someone
works
dono
well
50
if you're
euros?
trying to do one of those all-in lanes. They don't have the Callista, but
Yo!
we've seen Renata and Draven.
The real boot donated
Varus,
50
another pick
euros.
that's
She
been
said,
used with it. Ash as well.
"You are
So
my
it's
first streamer that I've donated to.
the
You're
number one
amazing.
pick
Let's
next
go
to
G2."
Callista that allows them to push the lane.
Yo, thanks for the
Renata
50 euros, man. You didn't have to
weakens
send that.
some of
You're
the other
crazy.
ones
What the
that are
fuck?
left. We'll see the Akali
Thank you so much, man.
band
I really
away
appreciate that.
here.
You didn't have to send
We have
that.
seen Keen play this top side. It is kind of
50 euros for
common in
traitor?
the
Shut up.
LCK, albeit not recently. So
Sponsoring
just
a
keeping
fraud.
that one under wraps, it is so
Yo, thank you, man. I
strong
really appreciate
into
that.
the Azir.
Yeah, it's pretty
You're nuts.
interesting. I think, you know, as one of those
You're
edge
crazy.
pocket picks for Keen, trying to take that one away.
I think
There is still
Ezreal can
a
be
lot
good here
left
for
available
Deft,
on the
actually.
top side,
Ezreal
so
Brown.
Renekton seems pretty natural there to go for on the side of Keen. They did not want to have to deal with the Akali into the Jax, something that Keen has just destroyed many a top laner on in the past. So they take that one away. The Renekton comes out. What is the bottom lane for DK?
Will they be so bold as to lock the Ezreal? Something we've seen Death find success on in 2022's World Championship. The Ziggs!
Oh, Ziggs is really good.
It's happening, man!
It's happening! Oh, man! Now, Deft is one of the guys in the LCK that has picked this one up. Now, we haven't been
Ziggs
so
Leona?
happy
Yeah,
with this
classic.
build, but that's fine. The champion
Ziggs
itself
Leona classic.
is really strong. And you know what? I mean, it's a lot of magic damage. You're going to be relying on kind of
Ezreal,
the Jax and
Ziggs,
the
yeah, both were
Jarvan
really good there, I think.
to
Because
go
Ziggs can
up
get out of...
the AD damage, but
he can play
or rather
range.
just
Range
the
is everything.
attack damage. But the Ziggs coming out is just
Can you
huge,
W
and use
Alistar
that to
combo?
try to shut down. It's so good into Xayah. Like, it is amazing
so good
into
Can you W is Alistar combo as Ziggs?
Cataclysm from Jarvan.
Yeah.
So
Any form of escape is good.
We will see
Alright, chat, you know the drill. You can use your Twitch Prime or Tier 1 to avoid ads before game starts. You'll never get ads in the game. You'll always get them before or after the draft, but definitely before the game. I appreciate everyone coming out and supporting the stream. You're fucking crazy, and I'm sorry I have to do these professional setup
a little bit of a spike.
set outy
Wasn't enough
things.
to send them to Worlds. They were ultimately defeated by DRX, who did
Lil
win the
bro thinks
entire
he's
thing.
Gala.
But this has kind
Yo,
of been
mods drop the Gamba.
KT's biggest year in such a long time, and this Cuz Sejuani has been a huge part of this. In terms of Lehens, Alistar came up at the end of summer. Lehens
I'm not
was one of the
subbing
best
to a
Alistar
fraud.
players
Yeah, I
at
get it.
But otherwise,
I
you're
get
looking
it.
at aiming on Xayah versus Deft Ziggs does feel like a pretty big mismatch, and I'm gonna have to go with Kana on Jax, Canyon on this Jarvan as a much stronger setup here, a much stronger combo, and I feel like D+ got more of what they wanted, whereas KT feel like they're still adjusting to this new meta.
Yeah, absolutely. Just trying to bring
You made me a traitor
the
too.
new meta,
Wait, is anyone else?
This is the
Did anyone else
first
become a
Ziggs
traitor?
had in the bottom lane in an
Or am I just me?
international event since MSI 2022.
No.
So that was last
Me?
year.
Oh,
about
there's one
a
guy.
year and a half ago, right? Ziggs, it has power. Can Deft prove it in this matchup? I am so excited to find
Listen, you guys know that I actually do want
Playing the champion this year, he's 1-1.
G2 to win Worlds.
on
I hope you know
pick.
that. I hope you
Money
genuinely
has
know that I
gone
actually do
in
want
the
them to win.
past, and it's a really niche pick. D+ come very prepared for this. As a
And
pick
that's
we've
like
been
not
talking
capital.
about backstage as we think this is so strong. It's definitely going to come out in this tournament. It's coming out tonight.
It's coming out tonight.
That whole
And this
skit
DK
was
versus KT
content,
Ulster
okay?
matchup is
How do you think I got on the
also
broadcast?
beginning right now as
The game was
fans
insane, though.
cheers. Oh my god. They are going absolutely nuts out
You're
there.
behind?
That is amazing. The DK up against KT matchup. We've seen this many times
Am
in the LCK, and KT obviously
What
having
is going
a
on?
fantastic showing in the regular season. Not quite able to drive it home when it mattered most in terms of finals, in terms of playoffs, but we know what this team is capable of.
For KT Rolster, this is such a critical moment because we talked about magic numbers
Here
on
we
the
go.
Swiss stage. The magic number to get out is 3, but the tragic number is 3 as well. You drop this one, you go 0-2, you're going to have to win several best of 3s in
Time
order to
traveling.
get out of the tournament. And KT, they have
But I won't
lifted
backtrack.
that
I won't
Worlds trophy
backtrack.
like Damwon did in 2020. They haven't been to Worlds in 5 years, and the fans are lucky enough to be able to see them locally here live in Korea.
When you
After
get to
having a
live, the
dominant
speed will
year,
slow
yet
down
not being
automatically.
able to make
No, it doesn't.
either
It slows down
domestic
automatically, but then it
finals
buffers
in the
permanently.
LCK, and I think for KT, this is such a critical moment. You went 0-1 at the start of the Swiss stage. You are the favorite here. You went 2-0 in regular season.
Oh yeah, we've got the draw today as well. I forgot about that.
Bring it back now.
Absolutely. It's huge. And guys, you know what's also huge? You can connect your League of Legends account with Prime Gaming to grab the exclusive experiment.
But the draw is gonna take, what, 30
Make
seconds?
sure not to miss this, guys.
There's fucking. All you have to do is pick up one bag and it's and another one and it's decided.
Connect to your account. It's that easy with Prime Gaming. And Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this one does play out. I talked a bit about build, so we've seen a lot from Deft down the, Rod of Ages and Seraph's Embrace. I think that Ziggs doesn't really need
Oh, they're
that.
doing all the
Nobody
draws.
also went for
Oh.
the cookies in this one.
Oh
Did
shit,
not go
okay,
for
that
a
makes sense.
down,
I
especially
thought they were only
against
doing the draw for
Memphis and
tomorrow,
Giovanni
and then they do the tomorrow draw tomorrow, and then the tomorrow draw tomorrow.
That,
Makes sense they're doing it all
just going
tomorrow.
to forego that here, and like you said before, Wolf, he's had success, and it's
Stop
especially
saying
good into
skate park.
Zaya, who loves when champions are attacking her, when they're going very aggressively into her feather, she can pull it back
Stop
and get a lot of
saying
value
skate
on
park.
the disengage. Ziggs is the opposite of that, right?
Yeah.
He's got the range, he's got a lot of poke damage, and Zaya is going to struggle early on the lane. It's not going to be that big of a deal, but as the Ziggs gets items, I'll be very curious to see if aiming can handle the heat.
Side note, if you couldn't tell, Valdez is a Ziggs main. Just had to put that one out there.
Oh yeah, and shout out to our boy Aux as well, recently joining the LCK. He is actually the original Ziggs main. This guy taught me everything I know, so we've both been playing it for a long time.
Showmaker loves
Just
Hail
wanted to
Blades
shout
Azir.
him out.
I guess that's just a
really
Tekken to
happy
Oriana,
that,
huh?
Deft is trying to mix it up. I got a little
No
worried
Conqueror
when I saw,
versus
okay,
Alistar
Zaya's-
Sejuani sucks, but I guess the lane
Zaya's,
phase
just
is good, right?
prioritized once again, but yeah, good to see some new stuff coming out.
Yeah, leaving the Zaya and having the
Hawks,
answer,
sus.
definitely very cool to see. BD taking a lot of damage here as Showmaker pushes the wave in, and we'll have that additional prio. Canyon going to go for topside scuttle here with Ziggs and Leona in position to try to potentially contest bottom side here. We could see a double scuttle attempt, but it is going to be tough to pull off. Lehens is going to be able to corral Kellen out of here, and it's not going to happen. I also want to mention, of course, you do
I want to see Kellen step it up.
poke and gets that additional lane lead
Kellen,
here
step it up,
as
baby.
Ziggs, but often you
Show me
feel
some
a lot
big
of
pace.
pressure and have to back often if you do get ganked, so you have teleport.
Oh,
Also,
cuz?
Ziggs has incredible wave clear for the later parts of the
They
game.
know
Does
it's warded
tons
in
of
the
damage
bush.
to the turret, so that teleport choice is kind of
Ward
a
is good.
Ziggs exclusive here in the bottom lane right now because you don't get value out of heal. You're not going to want to have cleanse because if you're getting caught by CC, you're not playing Ziggs right.
Yeah, he's all about zone control, right? You put down the mines, you use that satchel very expressively for when you're in danger, right? You don't want to use that to poke. So Deft, he definitely knows how to play this champ, and I think it's the perfect
Kana
place
Jax,
for
bro.
it as well.
His little one
as
trick.
We do see a bit of a 1v1 in the top side.
But
Kana
versus Keen,
has played quite a lot of Jax, quite a lot of Renekton as well, and quite a lot of Jax.
I don't know if this Ziggs pick's gonna work, you know.
Not too surprising.
They have
but,
Bruiser
yeah,
double
see what he
front
can
line.
get done in the top side
Well,
against
maybe it
Keen.
does.
This has been a matchup we've seen
Gives
many
him so much
times
wave clear, and KT is
And
quite
if
short
you're
range, I guess.
Someone who watches, Worlds, it is unique to see a new team here in KT Rollster, right? We didn't get DRX, obviously defending champions. The roster completely changed, but
Didn't get
right
Humble
now,
Life either.
D+, if you think about them having a title first time for KT, it feels like maybe D+ are
Man,
the
Keen is
massive
shitting on him.
favorites going into this one. But it's been a rough year for them. They've experimented with changing their support up. It's been shot calling issues for this roster. And Showmaker, it feels like for a long time, lost his mojo, but at least at the start of this game, putting that pressure on
Chat,
in the
shut
mid
up,
lane,
you're making my
looking good.
PC
Teleports
lag.
are now traded. See if Keen can make something happen here with level 6. I don't think so. We'll just put
Nice
that
try.
additional pressure on. But D+ here, I like the draft, but KT has just constantly
And that
had
Ziggs
their
skin
number
is
this
absolute
year
degenerate.
long.
Look at him. Is it a Halloween skin? What's it called?
Like what you
What
say
the
about
fuck are
DK,
those
it's
eyes?
So true. I mean, it feels like they have the tools, but maybe just not the
Looks like-
connection to get it going. The shot calling
La
issue has
Lucion.
been there, and
Looks like one of the Retinoids.
that first matchup against G2, it did look like they.
Man, they have
were
so
able
much
to turn it
prio, it's
around in
crazy.
the Baron,
Drake
but
should
it
be
was
started
just barely
ASAP,
not
but
enough,
Canyon's
as
on
G2
Grump.
just straight up outplayed them by the end of it. So, willing to see if DK can kind of turn this one around in a really tough matchup in the draw that we did have.
Canyon
of
really
course.
needs to start Drake. He has so much prio on mid and bot.
Fun to watch. As yeah, I love that Showmaker also takes away the Azir. He's not like the most flashy Azir out of all of our Korean mids that we do have here from the LCK specifically. But to take it away, I mean, he knows what he's doing on that champ, so excited to see what he can get done.
Yeah, it is certainly going to be very impactful
He
in
needed
this
items.
game now, 'cause
Yeah, I mean, he had
does not
pickaxe,
have
but yeah.
level 6, so his ability to affect this
They should
top
start
lane
Drake
is
ASAP
pretty small
after
at
putting
the
a pink
moment.
or something down in
Dragon
river
has
or a ward.
spawned, mind you, and right
You can
now
see he
do
sprints
see
straight to
Canyon
Drake.
hovering around the bottom
should
side
do
of
it.
the river here. We'll check vision. There's a very tense
Why isn't he
moment
doing
because neither
Drake?
team has really strong
You can see
control
Oriana's
over
hovering
either top
topside.
or bottom, so much so they can actually take these
has
objectives,
insane
nor can
bot
they
push.
start them. And
That's
whoever
too
starts
loud.
it first will inherently be at somewhat of a disadvantage unless you can further that edge.
Wow,
so this is
Sejuani
gonna
got top
be
crab for
a
free then.
slow and passive early game here.
I mean, I guess
as
off
Keen
Krug's
just
red,
continues
he'll
to try
get
to put
6,
pressure
but
onto
I
Kana
think
here
that
top
KT
side.
can fight back if
Literally,
Sejuani
that
gets
first
6.
plate.
Yeah, no, he's going to be putting on the pressure as much as he possibly can. Deft on the Ziggs. Not really able to get too much pressure onto the turret plates just yet, and he has not used a single biscuit. Would be nice if he had cut down, but it's probably the last time I'll mention it. Probably, I can't guarantee it. But we'll see. We'll see. As you were talking
Lehens
about those
combo.
ganks, Deft is level 6. He is going to get comboed here
There's
by
Sejuani.
Lehens, and Ignited is going to use that satchel very
Man.
late. Does flash
Oh
onto
my
the
god,
backside of
Cuz
it.
griefed it,
Comes
but maybe he
Cuz
gets him
looking to
anyways.
force it, and it
Man,
looks like
Deft
he
held
gets
his
him
flash
with
for
the
so long.
first blood onto the Ziggs in the bottom
He held
lane
his
as
W
Cuz
for so long
comes
as
up with
well.
a huge gank.
Oh man, Deft teleportless, now flashless as well. Canyon's
He
just
held
a little
so
bit too
much of his
slow
spells for
here
so long.
on the play. Cuz has his ultimate available, and they
He
could
could have
set
just
this up
W'd
so
away from Alistar.
easily here on the overextended
Oh, it was on
Ziggs.
CD.
And that should be able to be the first objective here.
Maybe he
for
should
the
flash
side
the
of
Alistar
KT
combo then, I
Rolster.
guess.
Again, plates getting
I
worn
didn't realize
down
it
here
was
on the
on
top
CD.
side. Keen picking up money
That's
without
hard
even
then, yeah.
being involved. Even gonna try to
Felt like he like
force this
flashed
wave,
when he
but
put the W
unsuccessful,
down
but
and then like stood still.
KT
It was,
not gonna
I don't know,
start
it just
the
looked a bit
breakup
awkward.
just yet. They're gonna take their win, reset here, and take the goal.
So W's on
As we
CD.
take a look at this
He gets
fight
comboed.
one
I don't
more
mind him not
time.
flashing
They get the
here.
knock up here.
If he
Lehens
flashes,
on this,
yeah,
Alistar
it's
sets
bad
up
to
the
flash.
combo. There's
Yeah,
the
to be honest.
stun. Even
Because
though
what
the
happens
flash
is if he
satchel charge
insta flashes,
almost enough,
Alistar flash
Cuz is able
stuns,
to
and then
buffer this
Sejuani can hit
make
ult
it
because
work.
Leona
The
can't
ultimate
block.
comes out and Deft. No flash now. His teleport down. Can't quickly
Unlucky.
return to
He
lane.
should have stopped waste W on
Quite
clearing the lane, I guess.
respecting the ability for them to chain that CC, and Deft does get run down the lane. Now
Okay,
Canyon
this Dragon start is late,
does get the
and they have
back
no
end of
Ziggs flash
KT,
now,
so
and
they try to go
Alistar
for
has
this
flash,
Drake
and
here.
Azir has no flash.
Ziggs, even early on,
When did
can
Azir
try
lose
to
flash? Did we see
control
that?
This choke, and let's see if they can actually get
My
it done.
cook.
Lehens trying to threaten, but see the rest of the team is just backing away, and they will give this one over. So DK at least able to pick up the first Drake of the game.
Yeah, quick to respond, return to that objective after KT back. And
I mean,
first
Orianna
objective
doesn't have
does
ult,
go their
and
way.
Alistar
In
didn't
terms of
flash.
gold, it's a
Sejuani
small one,
flash
but
was
it's early
down,
game, so
and
it's
no
quite
ult.
significant here.
So how did
Rift
Showmaker
Herald
lose
will
his
be
flash?
The next point of contention here.
Alistar was behind him and W'd him, maybe he flashed.
Flash. Satchel charge gives you a little bit of a leash, but it's not always alone going to be enough. See how quickly he can just toss these abilities in and take this wave though, and then back away. Wanting to push the issue even further, in fact, down here in this lane, and this is the first real damage Deft is going to maybe attempt to get on this turret, but no plates for the Ziggs.
Yeah, and he is going into the Seraph's Embrace build. Eventually, he's going to delay the amount of damage that he can do pretty significantly until he's at about 3 items. He would also love, especially on this patch, the plates are still 175, right? He would love to push in and get some plates and actually threaten some turret kills, but not able to get that pressure
Check
going
right
on
after
the
game,
bottom
yeah,
side as Aiming and Lehens have held their own and gotten some help from
So
a
KT
nice
got
little Cuz to join them.
Herald uncontested. It's hard to swap.
there.
Herald with
Team's
Ziggs is
got
ideal,
bio.
but they didn't get it
BDD
because I
gets
think they
control.
fucked
He's
up
now
bot,
picked up
that's
his
why.
Merc treads. And things are going pretty swimmingly here for KT Rolster's early game. Yes, the Ziggs will be a problem later on. The ability for the Jarvan to engage is potentially going to be a problem later on too, but so far KT just kind
Ziggs
of
wave
riding the
here,
momentum.
holy.
They would have loved to grab that early
Holy
Drake,
smokers.
but in terms of gold right now, sitting pretty. And Aiming's just catching these waves, and no real damage done to the turret means you're not worried about Ziggs'
Is the
passive.
draw
You're not
trap
worried
this?
about
Yeah,
that
it is, it is.
additional damage coming through.
Yeah, just chilling out, farming it back and forth. It is.
This is what an LCK game looks like.
You know,
We're
we're
chilling.
10 minutes in, and we just cast JDG BLG, and I was like, hey, 7 minutes, we haven't had action. What's going on? We're definitely going to get action, and we did. I can't really say the same about this
Small
one,
F.
Wolf. I mean, you know, I'm watching this, I'm like, I don't know.
This is LCK
Because
for you.
DK, they have Jax, they have Azir, they have Ziggs. Why would you ever want to fight before you have 2-3 items? I mean, obviously there are some spikes. You've got the Jarvan, you've got the Azir. There are plays you could
Now
make,
EU
but
versus LPL
will they?
is
I mean,
hype.
that's my question.
I mean,
LCK
they're
versus
willing to rely on
LCK
KT overextending and putting themselves in harm's
will be
way
hype
for a big cataclysm
in
or
about
Flag and
6
Dragon
days,
gauge on
4
BDD, for example, but
to
no
5
one's really
hours,
under
maybe
pressure, obviously, because having to flash
100
really
minutes.
secure that kill, but
Just
otherwise
give it time.
all flashes up for KT. Who do you pick? Who do you find? Kellen
We'll get there.
roaming top side here. There's a ward in that brush. It's going to be hard for him to make something happen with this level 6. KT identify this, drop the Rift Herald in mid, and will further
We're
some
scaling.
additional gold here for this Orianna. Pick up some plates.
Yeah, not going to overextend for this. Just some plates over to Cuz. BDD going to
Bro, that Herald almost did a fucking pirouette.
Showmaker does take that one out, and yeah, like you said, you know, Kellen showing on the top side, trying to make something happen. I like the idea, especially
To
with,
avoid
you know,
the eye.
Jax, and they do clear that one out.
Cuz and Lehens are waiting here for Deft, and he knows it. He's not going to teleport back to that turret just to get dove, so Plate Gold's going over to Aiming this entire time, and Deft is missing massive farm. It's a good read from Deft and D plus Kia that there's a potential dive here, but this is so much money going into Aiming's pocket.
Aiming
This
laning
Ziggs is gonna
1v0.
take so long to come online. all the farm denied.
Well,
all
Ziggs
the
Q doesn't kill the
plates
backline.
picked up
He's not level
here.
9, I guess.
And man, this is not going to be an easy one for D+ to pull off. We like the draft.
Look at
The
Lehens.
situation is not so great for the Ziggs.
Where
it's
is
take
bro
a long
going?
time before he's going to be relevant.
Is top diveable?
Yeah, aiming just essentially
Or maybe he's thinking
catching up
Jarvan's
with
gonna
that
gank
one in
Keen?
terms of the CS, and as you mentioned, the 2 turret plates pretty huge there for the side of aiming. So he's getting pretty much a free lane to just farm it out. He's the Xayah. That's what he would like to do.
They can't dive
now we
Jax.
do have Lehens on the top
No
side of the
shot.
map. The other side of the Rift support trying to make a play up here on the top side. Keen's taking a lot
Keen
of
is-
damage up there underneath the turret.
Boy,
has
Keen.
not gone into the Dominus, has his flash available, so just threatening it, but not actually making action happen.
Kill number
Yeah,
2
that was
waiting
a very
room.
close call there. If he committed any further, that would have been the end of him with Canyon nearby, flash and ultimate available. Jarvan's engage range is insanely high. Hakim will walk away with his life. They don't commit. Lehen's looking for Showmaker.
Little shuffle away, and he will be okay.
Dragons in 40 seconds. We'll get a
Good
fight,
straight
surely.
cut up here. It is a campaign
Everyone
like
set
we
up.
wanna pick
Dragons
these
in
up
40. We're gonna get a
as early
fight,
as
right?
possible. We've seen teams
Huh? There's gonna be a
run away
fist
with
fight.
4 Drakes and it be game changing. I'm sure DK knows a little bit about that. So, yeah, just gonna
Surely.
wait out for it, and maybe Def can hit his Leandries before we do get into this fight. I think that would be pretty much the one time you would want to actually fight over this as DK. Otherwise, you know, if KT make a mistake, maybe you make a
Are we
play
gonna
for it, but
get
otherwise I would
an
expect KT
octagon
to-
5v5
this
flash
one down.
engage, or
He
are
does
we
have
gonna
it.
get
He's
a
got, of
staring
course, Unleashed
competition?
Teleport, just gonna
Let's
teleport
find
back to
out.
the safety of his turret
10
here before
seconds
this
on the
fight does
spawn.
break out. But as you mentioned, this is the big one. This is the fight where we could see D+ really look for a straight up 5v5
Oh, get him,
fight.
Deft.
Look at the damage starting to come through on
Here
the
we go.
here. It's going to take time. They can whittle away.
DK
He's got
through
his
bolt.
ultimate as
Leona
well.
ult.
Yeah, they're trying to force this ult out early. Kellen is trying to hit it. He gets root down. We have the teleport coming in, and Lehens gets the double knockup, trying to get this one going, but that's going into a choke. They don't want to do that. Lehens.
Where's enemy AD? I can't see him.
Back out of this one, but KT take control of the river. DK considering getting on in here. Some low health bars on the Lehens.
Oh,
and
bomba.
aiming, and that's the bomb. Forces the Featherstorm, and now aiming does not have that ultimate for the follow-up engage from DK.
Slow and steady wins the dragon here for D+. Double Leandries, and they are chipping away at these health bars. Sure, Kellen's engage was very lackluster, but it won't ultimately matter.
Oh, and they're looking for a bit more.
Will we get a kill? Will we get a kill?
Extending quite a bit, and the poke damage
Will we get a
is coming
kill?
out here. Some low health bars. You talked about the Leandries. Finally, they are going to find Showmaker in the front, but there's just no follow-up on that one. So DK.
Will we get a kill? Will we get a kill?
Here, and finally, they commit onto the Croc.
Of course, Kellen dies.
They don't have the damage to take him out, and it's 3 kills going straight into the pockets of KT.
Oh, really rough.
No!
Extension here for KT. They got the slow damage, but they do
Oh
push
my
way
god, man.
too far
Kellen,
in.
I'm sorry. I
And
don't...
that is going to be
Ah.
another set of gold going over to KT. I mean, it's a 3,000 gold lead. Sure,
Plus-
he lost
plus
the
one.
objective. It is
Got the
Mountain
cannon.
Soul, which, by the way, you start stacking those
They
up,
all
you're
went
gonna
on to
be able
Renekton.
deal with a lot of that Ziggs poke later on if KT start winning this game here, or winning the objectives, rather, from her here.
Showmaker
They're certainly winning
POV,
the
Cat
game right
Despair.
now, despite the
Yeah,
dragon lead
Showmaker's
for D+.
was yesterday.
But they just got a little
Was
bit
Cat
too
Despair
heavy
POV.
on the Jax, and that's one of the awkward things as we take a look at the MasterCard lane economy.
Oh,
snapshot
Kled is
here.
ulting.
Small
Yo.
lead for BDD, pretty large leads everywhere else. But I was going to say, one of the disjointed parts about this composition is you can use the Jax, you can use the Jarvan to engage, and you can set up bombs with it. But if you don't actually have the combo set up, it's hard to actually chase teams down after you poke them away. It's usually much better to just huddle around the objective, take your wins where you can, and force KT to come to you. You got a little bit excited on this one. No KT puns intended, but this really ends up
DX
being,
overkilling.
unfortunately, KT turning this one around in a massive way. Keen narrowly escapes here, and the Cataclysm works against D+ Kia.
So KT able to totally take over the
Okay,
game
done one.
from here. Now let's see. I mean, they're trying to make
Showmaker,
a
just
save
fucking
for
go
the
in and full
second
send it. Look for a
Rip
5-man
Herald
ult. Everyone else is griefing.
He's in the pit or he's nearby. Keen
Kellen?
and Kana going head to head down on the bottom side here. BDD
What do we
not
got,
sure
Kellen?
who
What
to
do we got? What do we got? What do we got,
support,
Kellen? Show it to me, baby.
in the same boat.
Show it to me, baby.
Look at a turn
Ult
off to
miss
Showmaker,
again.
but Keen is left all alone. They can't
E,
get him
okay,
alone.
yeah, we're
He's
doing
so
great.
far in there, and DK will take down the Croc in this one. And there you have
Well,
it. So
Keen griefed it and they got
very
Herald.
Interesting fight. I don't think that Keen necessarily had to go that deep, and Canyon also picked up the Rift Herald.
Yeah, Canyon picks up the Rift Herald, so this is pretty huge for D+. I mean, it's going to be one step that they need, like one step in a series of many if they want to get back into this game. But look, they have 2 Drake lead. If they could turn this into some additional prio perhaps for the Rift Herald, I mean, the timing of this doesn't work out too great for them. It's only 3 minutes, or nearly 3 minutes away from that third dragon for them. But if they can get Mountain Soul
Lehens.
point, buy a lot of time,
Lehens.
win condition where they can slow this game down, buy time for the Ziggs to come online. It's definitely not all doom and gloom, and that was a big mistake from KT that D+ are going to feel a little bit better about after this.
LCK will not make it to semis? What are you on about?
Into making this one a little bit more even.
How can you
talked
say
about
LCK frauds?
comeback mechanics and the potential to just wombo combo your way back into a game from 9K down. We do know G2 were able to do that a little bit earlier on today. DK
They're not
definitely
frauds.
have a pretty similar comp. I think they may need a little bit more items in terms of this one.
LCK is losing this game. Oh yeah.
The Jax only sitting on their first ones for now, but that's the Ziggs potential right there with the Rift Herald.
Yeah, just to explain for those who don't know what happened there, the Rift Herald charges down the turret to sub 25%. Ziggs can blow it up with his satchel instantly, so that's exactly what Deft is looking for. Uses his passive, uses his satchel. Now this fight here is going in the favor of D+. Keen thinks he can get into the backline, but perhaps threaten Showmaker, but
I don't know
Kana
what Keen's
is
doing.
waiting, tracking him, knows he's likely to try to flank this, and of course Showmaker has self-peel. Keen does a ton of damage here, but it's not ultimately enough, unfortunately, for the side of KT. And
Let's get excited for KT. No, let's not get excited for KT. Next Dragon decides the game. Next Dragon decides the game. Next Dragon decides the game.
Starting to shrink a little bit. Yeah, it's starting to level out just a little bit. Goal difference over time, powered by AWS. And, I mean, this is probably going to slow down from here, to be quite honest. I don't think that we are going to see too much action with no Drake and no Rift Herald on the map, but who knows?
This might be a really stupid question, but who did G2 play against yesterday? They beat Weibo and they beat...
And Dev just farming away. He is going to be building towards that.
Damwon. Oh yeah, that was it. Of course they did. My brain was not braining for some reason.
Will be doing some big damage.
I don't know why, but I can remember things from like 8 years ago in chronological order to almost perfection. I can remember games from like 6 years ago from Pro Play, every single pick, but I can't remember things from like an hour ago, or like yesterday, or like 20 minutes ago. It's so fucking cooked. I can remember, bro, that's why I think my casting was really fun, because when I was casting, I could reference picks from games like in spring of Damwon or something. But then I'm like, in game 2, I'm like, wait, what the fuck did they pick in game 1? I'm like, bro, what?
The burn damage is huge. I mean, double Leandri's against Renekton, Sejuani, Alistar is just really
brain
impressive.
smog. Yeah, brain smog.
I think that as long as you can keep them at arm's length,
brain
DK
smog?
will be happy to just continue to poke them down.
Is that what it's
Gotta
called?
hit it though. Waiting in the bush. Kellen does
Kellen, I'm watching you, baby. Show me that ult.
It's really difficult to die on that champion.
Show me that ult, Kellen.
Now KT moving in as a 5-man unit. Kellen just going to run away from this one. DK will give them the river and continue to try to poke them out.
Ball placement here, fantastic for BDD. Now they have gained control of the choke point themselves. All the poke missing from depth there, and KT just
Come on,
gonna
Kellen.
ride out the storm here. Double control wards there on that pixel brush. It's really difficult to actually aim that poke now, but it is landing.
Oh, bomba!
There's the poke. It's coming on in over the top, but you can see some shields helping them along the way.
Whoa, this setup looks not bad for Damwon. KT don't know how to group up.
Here on the right side. He's looking for that
Kana has a turbo position.
KT don't seem to have any idea this is coming in.
Kana has a turbo position.
The perfect timing to go for this engage. Where is he? Okay, there he is. They finally find him, and now he's not able to get much damage.
Give him Q, give him Q. Nice, Kellen.
Over the wall, just trying to gain some space.
They found him, sadly.
They're looking to take down this dragon, and they should be able to get
Soul points for Damwon.
And we will have a fight where nobody dies.
A lot of the poke didn't land for Deft, but the threat of Kana kept KT really honest, and the fact that they had to stay back in that
Good job, Kellen.
Wanted to avoid the Counter-Strike bot just enough time. They see him at the last possible second there, but he buys enough time for D+ to actually secure the dragon and get out. Now it's Soul Point here, despite the gold deficit. Again, that Mountain Soul is going to be so impactful in this game, especially for Jarvan and Leona in the front line with those additional shields they're going to get. So this is pretty massive for D+, and I think if Cuz's ultimate actually connects with Kana there, perhaps they at least get the Jax as a kill, but I think D+ would have been happy for the sacrifice.
I'm so excited for KT. I think they will win Worlds. Oh my god, no, someone did not just write that. Someone did not just write that in chat.
That is still very even. Take note though that it did dip down to like 80% in favor of KT, but since then has tapered off pretty significantly.
Yeah, you know, those dragons really do mean a lot, and it is going to be a question of, you know, will D+'s scaling on this Ziggs ultimately become relevant enough to actually overdo KT's lead right now. See, he's working towards that Void Staff. The tier completed now. And still no second item here for Showmaker. Once he gets that Nashor's Tooth, that is really going to up his ability to apply the Leandries and do additional damage to the front line that KT is trying to use to close the gap. Because aiming on this eye, he's low range. We've been talking about it all game long. Getting out
I don't get it. Why is the Jax building AP?
This is a problem. You need to keep them
Not
at arm's
building
length.
AP? Because he needs... don't you go Sunder or Cleaver, then you go Zhonya's third? Isn't Zhonya's third item on Jax? Also, he has 2 AP champs on his team already. So, I don't know. Wait, why is he even going... No, he's going Shojin, right? No way is he going Cleaver. I was gonna say, like, he has double AP. Baals says full AP is best, bro. Baals plays any champion with full damage on their ratios, okay? Volibear, full AP. Irelia, full AP. Sion, full AD. Illaoi, full AD. Jax, full AP. I think Baals needs to start playing Alistar top. I think that would be a good champ for him.
I don't want to say KT's comp
I think
on the
Alistar
clock
top could be sick for
but
Baals.
You've got a Jax who's going to be a big
Has he
problem in
tried
the
it?
side lane that Keen won't necessarily be able to match as this game goes longer. You're dealing with
Not
double
AD
scaling
Alistar.
AP
Don't do
threats
AD
with the
Alistar.
Leandries, and KT don't have any Drakes, so this
He
game is
did?
just
Oh.
going to
No
go
wave
longer
clear?
basically
Ah.
by default.
It has got long cooldowns.
So
Oh, he
Keen
eat it.
looking to get out of this.
Oh, he didn't get the Q in time.
Ooh, pretty close on that, but Kana not going to continue on that one. At this point, the Renekton can kind of trade. You know, it depends on the situation if he gets some damage on in, but Kana pretty confident to try to take this
Kana
1v1
levels up
if
here, he
Keen
can fight
does
the Mimi,
want it,
but
at this
Alistar's
point,
hovering.
only
He's a bit scared.
Up a level is Keen, so still pretty even in that side lane. The Void Staff completed for the Ziggs, and you talked about the double AP scaling threats. I mean, that's going to be super important, especially when you are dealing with, you know, a Sejuani that's going to be extremely tanky. You want something to
True,
shoot
Mountain Soul is
through
useless.
Renekton
Imagine losing with Mountain Soul.
the magic resist on the side of KT that they will definitely build into Azir and Ziggs.
Yeah, definitely true. See BDD with 2 rods completed here, but does not quite have that second item yet. And this is a really scary moment when you consider the AP threats are so big here for D+, and 90 seconds to go on this Dragon. BDD would love to finish that second item here before this fight breaks out, but I mean, if D+ get this, the game turns really on its head quite sniffly. We talked about, oh, we're one
That
step
one
closer
can't
to that
rush
soul,
Nash
one step
ever.
closer to the soul. This is the soul this time around. You can see in terms of the gold here, aiming and Keen massively ahead, but doesn't necessarily matter if they can't get to their opponents to hit them, and that's been the big problem here for aiming.
Yeah, actually utilizing the items that you will have is something we'll have to wait and see. I mean, he is a Xayah with Flash and Cleanse. There is a way, like, again, if this fight goes in the right direction and they can get a favorable engage for him to get in the faces of DK and actually deal that damage. The problem does arise, you know, from behind. Perhaps you do not get it going as Cuz is going to steal away the red. Gets big oohs and ahs from the crowd. You know, we're not
Drake
used to
and
this
30.
amount of action, Wolf. I don't know if I can handle
BDD, it's they have Rabadons in
KT
base.
now
I'm looking at
trying to
BDD's
get
base
some
timer.
impressive vision around this,
I'm looking at
this streak
BDD's base
because
timer.
this
Does he have
is such a critical
Rabadons?
fight. We do see no death cap yet for BDD, and this
Yeah.
is a problem. They want to have that. Okay, picks it up now, just backed for it. And this is going to be so important for KT.
Game
They
is
can't
decided
actually
here.
hold on to this choke point without BDD being here. He's not going to commit teleport. He's walking down slowly.
I swear to God, if Damwon, if KT get this dragon uncontested and Damwon go for mid, and nothing happens, I'm done.
They've got to do it fast.
Trying to go in on the
Okay, Jarvan no flash.
gonna
Yeah,
flash
Damwon's gonna
late,
give it.
says,
I can
no,
feel it.
you know, this is not
It'll be such an LCK thing if Damwon just give it, and like Canyon tries to steal it, and
to the
I
side
don't
of
know.
KT, now you don't have that engaged threat from the Jarvan as much. Obviously, still can find some angles. And Deft, essentially, you can see what DK are trying to do. They're just trying to throw bombs over the wall, throw soldiers
Kellen!
BDD, and that is a huge amount of poke damage.
He hit an ult!
It's not going to be game-changing, though. BDD going to run around to his team.
See if he wants to teleport back into this one. It's very awkward for him. He's super low. Looks like that's what he's going to do, but this buys so much time for D+ to now get on top of this dragon here, looking for Kana on the flank. We'll get his counter-strike out here. Again, time working against KT.
Oh, Hela Blade's down now for Azir.
And you can see the amount
But
of
Azir doesn't let
that
anyone walk up.
putting out. BDD is back into the fight. They want to pull
Lehens?
the trigger right now. They just got
Question mark ping?
KT, you got to do something, and they're going to get the flash out of Showmaker, and that allows them to...
Kellen! What are you doing?
Kellen just going to go down for free. Not much that DK can do to follow up on that. The satchel is nothing. There's a wall in the way, and a huge divide might help him out, but the permafrost is coming out, and I don't think...
Well, there goes Nash. Canyon, you okay?
No hope.
Oh, he's going in.
Trying to get something done here. He's got Showmaker with a huge amount of damage, but this is 2v3, 2v4, even potentially, and they just stick around for way too long.
Okay, Showmaker.
Gonna take him out with the help of BDD as Keen is
Showmaker?
still in
BDD?
there, and this game
BDD?
is going wild now.
BDD?
KT denied the dragon, but they're getting even more here. So many kills.
Wait, they can't do Nash now. Wait, they actually can't do Baron.
Really
They can't do Nash. Kana can just TP in if they do it. Is he gonna back off here? He thinks they're on it. He thinks they're on it. He thinks they're on it. They're not on it. Oh my god, no, Kana just push. Kellen is the Hilly of EU. Yeah, but for Korea. Yeah, but the thing is with Hilly is he goes in 10 times and 5 times it's int, but it's genius. The thing with Kellen is he goes in 10 times and dies. That there's no but. When's the but coming in? Where's the but?
And then Canyon thinks he can turn this with Cataclysm to give Showmaker some additional procs here of that Leandri's and the Nashor's Tooth, but it's all gone awry, and it's the play of Kellen there again. I mean, they were going to lose the dragon, but you lost way more
right
than
here.
you bargained for here.
Okay.
Kellen was one of the players, by the way, that we were most interested in. His performance in the World's Qualifiers regionally in the LCK was part of the reason why we believed D+ was going to do better than fans expected, even as a 4th seed. It's why so many people are saying D+ might be back in this tournament. But so far, his performances haven't lived up to the standards of what we've seen from Kellen in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely deserves to
Whoa,
be
what happened to the
shouted
quality?
out, and, you know, still hoping... Yeah, absolutely. Definitely deserves to be shouted out, and, you know, still hoping that he can turn it around. And I think, you know, there's really a fine line. You got to work with this kind of composition. It's not an easy one where you press your R button and you kill the enemy, right? Maybe for Ziggs against Saya,
going on Kellen.
different as Kellen is going to walk in front of this
No,
one.
if you go on Kellen, Kellen runs away. But if Kellen goes on you, he's griefing. You shouldn't go on Kellen.
Have to flash away as DK really trying to press that poke in because that's really what they got to do, but they got to Renekton him behind them. They have no idea. Deft
Bye-bye,
is in
Deft.
a lot of trouble. Satchel not gonna
Oh, Lehens. Oh man, Kellen still he ulted the creep. Oh my god, I never do, man, I feel so bad for Showmaker and Canyon. I feel so bad for them. Like, it's just a horror game. It's such a horror. Just get him out.
It looks like it, and once again...
Stop saying Caedrel's dark horse. They were everyone's dark horse. Even teams who scrim them said they're insane. What's going on? Why are they choking on stage? Actually, oh yeah, it's because I support them, isn't it? Isn't it because I said they're going to do well, they do bad?
Once again, look at the timing of this. He just barely gets in, gets the stun off, but regardless, it's Lehens. I mean, you hit that slice and dice, or rather the stun there from Renekton. Regardless, if you don't, it's still going to be a play from Lehens that wins this for you. The knock-up is fantastic. D+ just trying to hold on to their base. Didn't see the Keen Flank, not enough vision. And it all comes crashing down. The inhibitor down. Baron was up. And, I mean, D+,
quick Caedrel support KT.
Lead, but that's all they were hanging on to in this game. KT denied Soul. And
well, the good news is Kellen has sacrificed himself to give another charge to the Kellen buff for a team that beats him. So now the Kellen Penguin has 2 charges for free wins, so we can give the teams. Now, it was originally only for G2, but I'm not sure if I can give the wins to G2 anymore because everyone hates me. So maybe I can make them like me again by blessing them with Kellen and giving them a 3-0. But if I support them, they're going to lose. But if the Penguin supports them, they might win. But if the Penguin supports them, doesn't count as me. That doesn't count as me, so it's actually fine. So, okay. I think we got it. It will go to G2, but not from me. From my boy Kellen.
But coming back in a big way here against D+, and it's almost a 10,000 gold lead here now for KT. The kill difference is massive. This is what KT is known for, one of the highest in the LCK. I'm looking for a second inhibitor here. Any picks means certain doom here for D+, but they've got to do something to defend these turrets. They've got good wave clear, but it's just not going to be enough.
Doesn't seem to
yeah, it's kind of exciting that KT are winning now.
Looking for that engage. They'll find anyone. They're going to find Canyon as they go pretty deep for that one. The aftershock maybe saving Cuz, but at this point the damage not quite there on the side of DK. So that's jungler down now. Canyon not in this fight.
Just testing.
Also being poked
Just
out.
testing how powerful it is. You got to find the strength.
Sitting in the base for just waiting for more waves to come in.
It's such an LCK game. This is such an LCK game. It's disgusting.
Clear's buying them time, but only a little bit here. Still 75 seconds left on Baron.
Kellen!
Feel like that wave clear no! Kellen just going to be taken out on the bottom side. Lehens finds another engage, and Cuz.
Man, I feel so bad for Showmaker. I actually think Showmaker is playing fine, you know? Like, he's trying his best.
Did they overstep? BDD gets pretty low. Lehens trying to give his life for him as in they go. Got it, just gets rid
Wow, mama aiming!
Huge. 706. He's using that
That massive
right
what?
through the entirety of
He's
DK's
using his
team.
massive what?
As Canyon, he's gonna respawn, but you can't respawn your next.
Aiming was my KDA pick. 906, huge.
Aiming, and KT will rip through DK and take this game.
Huge.
Rolster do it again. They have
Alright,
not
Damwon
lost
get the
since
win.
summer to
Now we need to
D+.
pray that Mad Lions
Had the
do not
advantage
draw.
in this
Mad
matchup.
Lions
Their first
Fnatic do
best
not
of
draw
one against
DK.
each other.
Don't
They
draw
will take
DK.
it as well.
Yo, Kana, shake
They
hands.
had such great leads in the early game. As yeah, you gotta stand up, you gotta.
Oh, not
fist bump.
Damwon.
We do it in the middle
KT,
of
sorry,
the-
KT,
you know,
KT,
we do it in
KT.
the,
Why did I
law
say
park. We're
Damwon?
doing it in Korea
Yeah,
now.
we need to pray Fnatic
At the
and
KBS
Mad
arena,
don't
but
get KT.
Valdez,
And
I mean,
I know
it felt like
BDS
there were
is getting
certain
Damwon.
ways in
I
which
know they
D+
are.
could
I
have
know
won this
BDS are
game.
getting Damwon.
The
It's just
poke wasn't
happening.
landing. They
You
weren't
know it.
overextending,
I know it.
And there was that one big fight they decided to take with Kana after getting
There's
the objective
Gam,
that really backfired. I think that
BDS,
was the real backbreaking
Damwon,
moment.
and
Sure, it took a long time for the game
TL.
to end after that,
And you
but
know
it was
TL's getting
just
Gam
that
and
much
BDS is
gold
getting
that went over
Damwon.
to KT, which made it impossible to win subsequent fights.
I think the most fun thing would be Damwon versus Gam,
I mean, there was
just
much
so
hype
it can
around them
be
after the regional
BDS versus
qualifier,
TL.
but two
That would be
rough
sick.
losses. They're now 0-2, a Korean representative, one best-of-3 loss away from being the first Korean representative to be eliminated from the World Championship. Canyon
KT
and
chose
Showmaker,
T1.
legends of the scene, they have never missed a Worlds together. Well, they are on the cusp of getting knocked out now.
Yeah, for every winner, there is a team on the opposite side that loses the game, and you can see that Showmaker very frustrated. BDD
What is
very
this?
happy. You know, I mean, this is a situation where you had a rough matchup against BLG the first game that you had, but then you unfortunately take down your
What is this?
brothers there in DK. But that doesn't
Nigga wanna see me
be on the cast. It's an absolute pleasure.
Nigga wanna see me
Girls cool down with Chonks and the guys there on the desk. Take it away.
Thank you so much. It was really fun hearing
the
your
guys.
first cast.
All right.
Buddy,
it's
we'll
the
get a
guy.
buddy cop
Buddy
movie out soon.
made. Anyways, yeah. I'm not going to say the exact words that I want to say because the KT fans might get mad at the particular
Wow,
wording.
KT played amazing there. They've got to be tournament favorites after that, right, Kobe?
They have to be.
You just still didn't say
It'd
the
be
words.
What is this?
crazy not to put them.
Especially if they draw Cloud9, there's 0% chance for KT to win.
All jokes aside, they do.
That's the game-winning play! Bro, that's what I'm talking about! That was sick! That's the game-winning play! Bro! Wait, I'm tweeting that. That's so funny. Wait. That's a banger. Who made that? DRX Y Ken. Yo, bro, that video is sick.
Right into them to be able to finish it off.
Well
but
played.
They don't give back any of these big bounties that we're mounting because it could have gotten a little bit tenuous here when Damwon are stacking dragons, KT are getting all the kills, but they are racking up bounties on all their carries. They
4K damage, Charmin.
though, no need to actually worry there. I have a bit of
That's the
experience.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about! That's the game-winning play! Bro! Bro, it's the transition here. The door break. Credit him. Yo, what's your name?
Willpower is the most
What's your
important
name?
thing. Now we're just set up for another miracle run.
Good cooking.
Medic
He's
Sweep?
doing
What a
it.
Medic Sweep?
They wanted to
Wait, let me
be.
check his name. Wait.
Love it. Amazing. We are into cooldown, and we are going to be counting down to another
Stop
draw
saying
that
means.
we have.
Wait.
Actually so
Let me
hot
cook.
I
here,
know it's warm.
It is
I
though.
get
Let me
that
cook.
a lot when you stand next to me. But we are, we do have.
Whoa!
We have a couple of things. It's been a long day. It's been a long 2 days. Come on, forgive us. We're going to be counting
Huh?
down towards that
Was
draw
that some
because we need
Riz?
to know our matchups for the following days.
Okay,
And
let me
as we
check this
do,
guy's
let's
account.
recap a couple of things for today. We also have an interview in the bank we didn't show yet. It is a interview with Oscar and the top laner for Fnatic after their very first win at Worlds with Lore in the Verizon.
No, he doesn't have an account. Your account doesn't exist! Alright, what's my next tweet?
And welcome back here backstage as Fnatic grabbed their first win here at Worlds. And rookie player Oscar Rinin, thank you so much for joining me.
What is this? Undefeated teams at Worlds have an average of 1.5 Gs in their name. Teams with at least one loss average 0.5 Gs.
You could actually not play all the games you could have wished.
Oh, Oscar interview.
Is everything clear now? Are you feeling okay? Are you fully recovered?
I'm not fully recovered, but I can play without issues. Everything's fine, so yeah.
Okay. We'll touch on this a bit later, but the desk was just talking about this victory that was important, especially against GAM, calling it a moral, a confidence victory. Would you say this as well?
And for sure, this win was probably the most important one, because if you go 0-2, it's already a confidence blow for sure. Like, you will be a bit...
Don't open Twitter.
Like, it's 8-5, it's after to go 0-2, because then you have to win 3 VODs in a row, and you can get any team, so,
bro, if I was...
it's hard, but yeah, I'm going 1-1 it's nice, yeah.
I mean, this is your first time at Worlds, but for everyone watching Fnatic playing at Worlds for a decade, nothing has ever been easy for the team. So I think we're following on the legacy of the team. But jokes aside, I know that you managed to join the team on bootcamp rather late. The rest of the players were here before you. How is it catching up? Tell me about training and getting ready for Worlds.
I mean, my team was playing like solo queue and visiting Seoul and everything for a week, and I was just in Berlin chilling. Then I came a week after, and I didn't see Seoul or didn't explore anything. I was just playing solo queue because we insta started screaming. And at the start, like, I didn't play solo queue before a lot because of the injury. So I had to catch up a bit. And at the start, I was not playing super well. But I think, like last weeks, I'm playing pretty well, so I'm happy with that.
Well, I hope that you and the rest of the team will stay here long enough for you to have the opportunity of discovering Seoul. But I know that for pro players especially, playing in Korea and solo queue, participating at Worlds in Korea is really important. Tell me what it means for you to be here today.
I mean, to be here today, it's like kind of dream. I think it's every player's dream. I think everyone wants to win Worlds, play them. I think everyone is thinking on winning Worlds. I think it's the biggest thing you can play or do.
I can hear Razork in the background.
I think it's amazing to be here and to be able to play against the best.
Could you believe that at the beginning of the year you were not even playing in the LEC and now you're playing on the biggest stage ever? How do you reflect on your year, Oscar?
I think I didn't really put a lot of thought about that. Like, I'm just going with the flow, just playing, and let's see what happens next. But for now, it's been really crazy this year. I think I'm super happy that
let's go, Oscar! Oh, I hope he has a good tournament.
Well, what will you be looking to prove here at Worlds as your first time participation?
I mean, I don't really have a lot of expectations, but I just want to play as good as I can, and that's it.
Well, thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Welcome to World Championship, and good luck on the next games.
Thank you.
Shocks, back to you.
Thank you so much. Lovely to hear from Oscar. He was, well, who wouldn't be? He was so bummed he didn't get to go to the season finals.
Yo, thank you so much to Chico Linguine. Thanks for the 15 euros. Says, hey Caedrel, I've been watching you for a while now. I wish you the best on this new path in your career. I am only making this world more entertaining than ever. Thank you for keeping that aiming high, and I'm sure you can reach it. Oh, much love, man. Thank you for the 15 euros. You're crazy. 15 bucks. The alerts are off, so I thought I'll read out those. Thank you for the 15 bucks.
In my case, for the EU
much love, man. And the chat's gonna spam -15. Ha.
Exactly. Let's take a look at the Swiss bracket. Do you want to roll us through some possibilities? Because the
biggest traitors in history: Brutus, Judas, Guy Fawkes, and Pedro. Live Caedrel reaction.
Qualifying games.
Tomorrow will be those 2-0 games. I am personally.
It's not a self-dono. It's right there.
And praying for the double NA versus EU. I think that would be such fun matches if we do get, Energy Mad, C9 Fnatic, this type of thing would be really exciting. We could even get triple because we could have TL versus BDS in the 0-2. I hope we're not denied all of them. I hope we'll at least get some.
Yeah, give us an A. Give us an A. Let us farm the free wins. Come on, give us an A.
And as a Western fan, the most exciting.
If that happened, then I would definitely prefer that we mix the other teams. So you're saying if we get 2 NAEU matches,
what do you mean
us,
I would
definitely
guys?
not want any more region kill. I've had enough of the region kill, so I would like to mix up the LPL.
Guys,
you're gonna make BLG play
You're not
KT
really gonna
again?
kick me out, are you?
Sick.
Fine, you can do it the other way, but as long as it's not region kill.
There's also, I mean, if we had only like a 0.86% of scenarios in which the 5 team
Swim
the
home?
region matchups happen, there's no way, right, that it would happen
Well,
again.
now there is.
Take me back!
Thanks,
Take me back!
First the
No.
referee, now you.
Oh, the draw starting.
It's
Shut
so
up.
funny how people are like, oh, this guy ref, be careful.
It's the same ref. Oh no, it's the same ref.
Is that the same
He's gonna
referee
draw.
up there?
He's gonna draw BDS Damwon. Yeah.
Okay, yesterday.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna draw BDS Damwon. He's gonna draw Mad KT, and he's gonna draw G2 JDG. Watch this. Watch
For
this.
sure.
Watch this.
No, interesting for sure.
Watch
I think
this, watch
it's,
this.
As you were saying in the green room.
Watch this. He's gonna do that.
Cool addition also
Hey,
that you
take him off the
work up with
stage,
this moment
quick!
there. I'm definitely nervous
Yeah,
again.
it's
Count them.
I mean, the
3,
format's
okay?
been great.
G2
Every
JDG,
day it feels like the
KT
matches are
Mad,
so incredibly important.
Damwon
And
BDS.
the end of day every day.
Count them.
You are really sweating because it is different.
And
the
Fnatic
amount of teams
BLG
you
as
can
well. They're gonna
play.
do Fnatic
You can
BLG.
play teams that are
Just
our
to
top
rub it in.
favorites in the 1-1.
Just to rub it in.
Group now, or you can play a team that
Here it
you
goes.
feel
Watch
pretty
this.
comfortable against.
Yeah, and
Watch
you know,
this.
someone like D+, who's then
They're gonna
could
draw
be
Fnatic
in their
and
last
Mad,
chance, and they're
like
gonna really only
T1
have
or
one
BLG
chance
or
if you're in
KT.
the 1-1.
They're gonna draw
three
BDS
chances.
Damwon and
If
they're gonna draw
you're,
G2 JDG. Here it comes.
In the 2-0, you actually have 3 chances. You know, you can lose the
I'm
next
ready
one,
for
you
it.
can lose the next one, but then who knows who you're up against in that last one? And those are some exciting possibilities.
They certainly are. Everybody wants to get out as early as possible. So
And
they
the
don't
best
have
thing
to
he could
deal
do
with
is
some
give us
scarier
BDS GAM,
Get like a week and a half off. It's crazy.
Yeah, I am just
Mad
praying that
C9,
for KT and BLG's
Fnatic.
sake that they don't have to have that rematch because I think that would feel so bad if you're.
It was so fun to watch though.
NRG.
It was.
G2,
but imagine you're
I don't really
KT
know
and you
who's
play
best for
BLG
G2.
And you lose again.
Don't give us
and
Mad
now you're-
T1.
Now you're in the elimination
Don't give
rounds,
us
only losing to one team.
And maybe
KT are used to being salty. It's fine.
it looks like we might be getting in the draw soon. In just a second.
Don't give us Mad T1. Come on then, do it.
Again.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Give us Mad T1.
The arena. We've got a lot to draw. We'll explain it in just a second. But yeah, I'm definitely nervous. I think all the teams, even if they've played earlier, they are glued to their screens, and maybe we get some reaction cams as well.
I mean, this is your year on the line
In
here
those
for
little
a lot
bags.
of these teams, right? Exactly. There are teams. Everyone is sitting there with bated breath, praying for the matchups that they really want, praying to avoid some of the tournament favorites.
Go faster.
These so-called easy rounds.
So today's games, they resulted in 4 teams being divided into those with 2 wins and 0 losses, the 2-0 pool, with 1 win and 1 loss, the 1-1 pool, and those with 0 wins and 2 losses, the 0-2 pool. The draw will determine the matchups between teams with the same number of wins. The first draw will be the 2-0 pool, the second draw will be the 1-1 pool, and
Here
the
it
last
comes.
draw will be the
Please give us C9 NRG. Just give us NAEU, NAEU, or give us Mad T1. And please give us BDS for a scam. And please give us. I don't really care who gets G2 gets, to be honest. They're all pretty hard.
So whatever first team gets drawn, opponent right after that.
And for both of the 2
It's pretty hard no matter what.
Group, the first draw decides the second draw, right?
It's gonna be hard no matter what for G2. I don't think it gets any easier.
It's going to be G2 versus Genji and so on and so
Yes.
forth. So, for both of those, that first draw shows us the whole thing.
Exactly.
I think G2, you're probably looking at you want the LNG pick.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess, but it doesn't really matter.
The cheers for the head ref. They remember.
I actually love this ref because there is
So
no
stoic.
reaction after
No.
any pick.
True,
He's
he is
just
stone cold.
stone-faced.
Yeah. Like, I'm here to do a job, and I
No
don't
matter
care what
what,
you all
yeah.
think
Yeah.
and what you're all gonna say.
There's no bias, no nothing.
I think
Here we
at
go,
least going
chat.
into this
Here we
very
go.
First one, yeah, maybe you would say for a G2 and LNG, but there's
Just
no easy
don't
matchups
fuck
there.
EU
These are
over
the
by
best
giving them
teams in
those
the tournament
teams,
so
and
far.
don't make it
Exactly.
region
And
versus
honestly,
region,
they were
region
the
versus
top
region,
three
L
that
scale,
pretty much everyone I
PL.
talked to coming into
Don't
the
do
tournament,
LNG,
right? You know,
JDG,
Genji,
KTT1, don't
in
do none of that
order,
bullshit.
but those are the
NRG,
tournament favorites who
C9,
think can
Fnatic,
win the
Mad,
whole thing.
don't
So
fuck.
there's no easy matchup, but if G2 gets
Here
them,
comes JDG, here it
if
comes.
G2
Here it
can win
comes.
this round, that speaks a
Here
lot
comes
about
JDG.
their chances to go deep in this tournament. So G2 has been drawn, and we're about to see now.
Here
the
it
team
comes,
they see
JDG.
Next will be their
I'm not kidding.
Their first possible chance to qualify out of this stage into the next one, and it
Is it
is.
gonna be
Have a guess. Have a gander.
JDG? It's JDG.
Whoa! Okay, that's a fun matchup. Good job, good job, ref.
I'm trying to remember if we saw this
That's
at
a fun
MSI or
matchup.
not, because I'm so
Holy fuck,
running
that's a
low
fun
right
matchup.
now. Are we?
You can't ask me
I
questions.
can't remember. I can't remember.
Okay, but he already just drew LPL versus LPL. Okay,
And
he got 1 of 0 domestic possible matchups.
Back-to-back best of fives that went all 5 games between JDG and LNG. JDG won both, but both Kobe and I agreed that LNG
That's
probably
one Civil
should've
War.
won some of those series. They were in
definitely
great
could have.
positions.
They definitely could have. They were so close in so many of them. There were comebacks in these games as well. Yes, I'm excited to see.
Now, if he does Mad Fnatic,
I mean, if they
C9,
can JDG,
NRG, and T1 KT, he is cursed. Never let him draw ever again. Ever, 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 ever.
You know, you do have to give the odds to JDG. It just feels like this is their meta. This is their year. They have been unstoppable.
No, there's no way he does it, by the way. There's no way. The chances are too small. I'm buying lottery tickets if he does that.
Going down lane by lane and everything is just popping. Like we get Yike versus Peanut, absolute massive jungle matchup here. Caps versus Chovy.
Look at the reaction cams were my favorite part of yesterday.
They were amazing. Yeah. I mean, the Korean
okay,
fans
draw them.
were really excited seeing that G2 draw for Genji.
Draw them.
So maybe they're praying for G2.
Here we go.
I don't know. G2's probably praying for LNG, but
Everyone's probably praying for G2.
Chat, guess who he picks first. I'm going to say he picks T1 first.
This is a really tough match either way, and now we're going to be moving into the 1-1 teams.
Oh, it's so
there
exciting.
Are
NRG.
total teams to
Okay.
draw here.
Do not draw Cloud9, okay?
Come on to you.
Worst case is Cloud9. Best case is Fnatic Mad. Best case is Fnatic Mad. Come on. Fnatic Mad, Fnatic Mad. Fnatic Mad.
I want something different.
I've had enough region.
Don't draw C9. Don't draw C9.
Show me Mad Lions. Show me.
Yes! 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 It's a rematch! Come on, Mad!
High fives on
It's a rematch for Mad. Yes!
They're seeing their future,
Yes!
right? They're thinking.
We want those teams.
Yes.
We want them.
Also, I
Rematch for Mad.
Handshake deal with Vedius earlier today. We have footage of it on camera.
It's true.
But we promised.
Maybe
for
we
this.
can get it later.
The Korean fans and the Chinese fans, they don't want BLG versus KT
No,
again.
they
That's
don't.
such a hard match.
T1.
I do.
Okay, don't draw KT.
Okay.
Don't draw Fnatic.
Kind of quaking, you know.
Don't draw. Draw C9. Draw C9. Fuck it. Draw C9. Draw BLG. Draw BLG. C9, BLG. Don't draw Fnatic.
Yeah.
Don't draw Fnatic or KT. Don't do it.
Like, yes, I'm getting the job done. It is. See?
No! No!
Such a classic matchup.
No!
It always seems to win T1, but at
No, you're so lucky, T1. You're so lucky.
loses
The
to
KBS
an A.
Arena is really happy.
Wait, that
Just
means.
saying.
Berserker used to
Oh my
study
god.
with T1
Wait, who's Fnatic got?
on the academy.
Who's
team.
Fnatic's options?
What a historical Worlds matchup.
It's
It is,
KT, BLG,
but
and.
really tough now for Cloud9. They're going to be so sad because Cloud9 narrowly.
Go again.
you know,
Don't draw Fnatic, please. I don't want to have to betray my.
Liquid
I don't want to have to do it again. I don't want to have
almost
to do it
won
again. Don't draw
versus
Fnatic,
T1.
please.
Yeah, it's possible.
I don't want to have to do it
It's
again.
possible.
No.
We got Weibo.
Don't
Weibo
draw
has been
Fnatic,
looking
please.
good. They
Please,
almost
please.
took down G2 and they
Please, I
crushed
can't do it again. I can't.
don't
They already
want
hate
BLG
me.
Here. I don't want.
Oh, thank fuck.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, thank fuck.
That's a banger matchup.
Wait, but does that mean
That's a free win.
we get we get
Oh my
sorry,
God.
BLG?
Oh.
Yeah.
BLG Fnatic.
is left.
BLG.
As if Fnatic got LNG and BLG.
Yep.
As if Fnatic got LNG BLG. Are you kidding?
Well, we got T1, so it's not looking
Yeah.
that much easier.
Honestly, we got each other, and then we each got the hard one.
Yeah, NA EU pretty fair. Okay, now fuck over Team Liquid. Give Team Liquid Damon. Fuck him. Give Team Liquid Damon. Fuck him. They don't have God on their side. He abandoned
BLG
them.
versus Fnatic.
Don't be TL Gam. Just NAEU would be fun, but fuck him.
But it's a big jump up
It's
in
a
terms of
huge
level
jump.
competition,
Wow.
so they're going to have to really rise to the occasion.
Especially for Oscar. I mean, he's had such a year.
Bro, fuck
but
him.
being
Fuck
able
him.
to get here and then now going
Mad
versus
wins the
Finn,
NRG
that is
match.
going straight to
Can
the
I
top.
say, for the best of threes in this, we get a little bit of everything. We get an EU versus NA. We get a historical T1 C9.
Oh my god, the T1 fans when they pick C9.
The LPL versus LCK as well.
There's no way. If NRG wins against Mad and T1 wins, T1 could draw NRG for the best of 3, and then they would qualify for knockouts by beating all 3 NA teams.
Wins and some losses. There's something there for everyone.
Yes. Now, also...
50-50 chance. You can win or you can lose every matchup.
They beat TL, NRG, and C9 to make knockouts. What?
In 3 days.
Yeah.
It will be
This
the
is your
last
tournament
chance.
life.
Your tournament life.
And
Who will you
for-
play?
This is also episode 1 of season 2 of Def's
Possibly.
crazy
The last
story.
dance.
Yeah.
Part 2, the redemption, the final season.
Learning the tango. Yeah, it's
Going in full attack on Titan.
Please draw.
Everyone is
Please
praying
draw
that it's
TL.
Not them now. You know, TL is down there, BDS is down there, and GAM is down there. You do not want to be the next team drawn. You are praying that it's not you right now. Come on, Kobe, not TL, not TL, not TL.
TL. No! No!
We get GAM, okay. All is fair. Europe got GAM once, now we get GAM.
Yeah, I'm ready for the threads when that does
No,
not work out
no,
for you.
no.
Just
It's
saying
happened to us a lot of times.
No, man.
narrative
There's no way
matchup here.
BDS
What's
got...
stronger, Adam and the Gods?
No, well, they got mad and they lost to Mad. It's kind of
Or
deserved.
is it Deft Part 2?
Wow, that's amazing.
Make the underdog run.
Team Liquid.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. TL could definitely lose the game. I mean, GAM was in a pretty good spot against a Fnatic earlier today. But the reality is, if you lose to them,
Yeah, you're out.
you deserve to be out, right? That's just the reality of it at the end of the day. BDS, a really rough draw for them. But DK, they are going to be, I think, pretty down on themselves. And if there's a team, I think to just kind of go crazy, play their own game, play their own style. I think
All
it's
right,
BDS.
tomorrow's exciting.
I would also say, though, if there's
Tomorrow
if
is
there's
Gen
a
G
player
versus
on your
G2
team
and
that can keep
JDG
the morale
LNG
high
best of
even when
3.
you're
That's
losing,
happening tomorrow.
It's gonna be Deft for sure. Like I feel like that should be like they should be able to keep it.
I'm buying stocks in the lower, well, the 0-2 to possible redemption into the bracket stage. I can
For
see
DK?
a road.
For which one? D+?
For D+, yeah. And I think for BDS also, like, they were in a situation
Crazy.
where they went through the World's Qualifying Series, through the planes, the reverse sweep, and they've always been dealt a more difficult hand as they went forward. So, you know, it's kind of to be expected, and they were always going to be up against a mountain. And
Crazy.
take a crack at it. I won't count you out before you start.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no one should. I think, you know,
Pretty
Adam
fun
in
draft,
particular
though.
has
I
impressed
think
so
it
many
would have been
people,
fun
has
for
made
EU
so
versus
many
NA.
fans here. You know, you want to see them play their style, play confident. I think that's what we really want from all these teams in the elimination series is that you're down 0-2. You got to give it your best. Don't leave anything on the table. And remember, it is a best of 3. So there is going to be that adaptation game to game, which I think is really one of the fun parts about Worlds. And we're getting into that best of 3 stage so much faster than we normally get into the best of.
All right, chat. That was a fun day. That was a really fun day. Let's watch it one more time. Let's watch it one more time.
Yes! Bro, that's what I'm talking about! That's the game-winning play! Bro!
There it is. Is that a new emote? No, we already have the despair. We already have fraud despair. Wait, is that the same? Is that the same image? No, I have the sunglasses on in that one. I have the sunglasses on in that one. All right, chat. Today was a really funny day. I had a lot of fun today. I had a ton of fun today. As well, as much as I might be the pack that got smoked, it was a fun day. Okay? It was a fun day. Everyone's 1-1. Tomorrow is Gen G versus G2 and LNG versus JDG. So it's a crazy day tomorrow, so make sure you're there for it. Make sure you're there for that tomorrow. That's going to be absolutely psychotic. I love you all. I really do. I had so much fun today. Crazy that we almost peaked 100k. That's fucking mind-blowing. So I just want to take a second and say, you guys are fucking crazy. And yeah, co-streaming is really fun. I hope you're enjoying it.